Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you. Captain Alan Connolly speaking. Welcome on board our British Airways owned. Thank you for choosing British Airways for your flight today. I sincerely hope you're going to enjoy your time with us. Working with us on the flight deck, Senior First Officers Graham Clark and Jed Smith. Cabin Service Director Neil Kemp and his colleagues will be looking after you throughout our journey in cabin service. However, primary crew responsibilities will of course be safety and security. Please help us to fulfill those responsibilities by paying undivided attention to a safety video demonstration Neil will play to you as we taxi out for takeoff. That safety video will only last a few minutes but provides comprehensive information on safety procedures. On the subject of safety throughout today's flight, I ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened at all times you are seated and on the outside of pillows, blankets and coats, making it easy for our cabin crew colleagues to see that your seatbelts fastened, as they will have to patrol each cabin should the seatbelt signs be put on during the flights. Finally, if you wish to follow our progress throughout the journey, the in-flight entertainment equipment features a moving map facility. By tuning into the appropriate channel, you can see where the aircraft is, where we're flying over, points of interest en route, aircraft altitude and speed, and in real time an update for our landing. That said, we hope to be on the way in just a couple of minutes from now. I'll talk to you again about 40 minutes before landing to Norwich.
Of this British Airways. Welcome on board, lovely to have you with us, and the good news is doors are closed and we're ready to call for our pushback clearance around about 10 minutes ahead of our published departure time. So we anticipate pushing back a few minutes ahead of schedule. As we taxi out to the westerly departure runway here this evening, the cabin crew will demonstrate the safety equipment and procedures on board this 80 aircraft. Only had this in service with British Airways for about 18 months, so it really is worth just a few minutes of your time to pop that information into the back of your mind just in case it's needed. Our Customer Services Manager Jake Embling and his team of 21 colleagues working with him tonight will ensure that you have a safe, comfortable and enjoyable flight with us. I'll just ask you please to listen to the cabin crew instructions at all stages. A couple of other points of safety related information for our night flight tonight. First of all, I'll ask you please not to be tempted to smoke anywhere on board the aircraft, and that includes any electronic cigarettes that you may have with you. And secondly, once the meal service is finished, I'm sure you'll try and get some sleep over the course of the night flight, so for that reason please keep your seatbelts fastened visible over the top of any blankets you might be using, and that way the crew won't have to disturb you if and when we switch the seatbelts on. We're pretty confident we'll have you disembarking the aircraft at Terminal 5 ahead of schedule. Well, do make yourselves comfortable. It's our very great pleasure having you on board tonight. I wish you a safe, comfortable and enjoyable journey.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. But when seated facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you. To open the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated by pulling this handle. Jump onto the slide and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has landed on water, these slides detach to form rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open your supply. Please note that the bag does not inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask. All electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone. As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright and your armrest is down. Please stow your individual video screen and footstool if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
To help us get away as quickly as possible, please ensure your handbag is safely stowed. All bags which have been labelled should be placed under the seat in front of you, and all large items placed in the overhead lockers. If you're sitting in the front row seat from the emergency exit row, the floor around your seat must be completely clear for takeoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now cleared for takeoff. Flight attendants, please take your seat. Cross check complete, cabin secure.
Heathrow's Terminal 5. I would have a personal welcome to you all, and welcome back Executive Club members and our One World frequent flyers. If there is absolutely anything we can do to make our journey more comfortable this evening, please let one of us know. Recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. There must be security fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is switched on. If you are seated in our first or club world cabins this evening, please do take care that your personal electronic devices do not get lost beneath the seat. If it does, please ask a member of my team, but do not fix the seat. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now safe to use your portable and electronic devices. Please make sure that these devices do not emit radio waves. Thank you.
would like to take this opportunity to welcome you aboard our flight, ladies and gentlemen. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that we are now at cruising altitude. You are free to move about as necessary. However, we do ask that when you are seated, you keep your seatbelt comfortably fastened for your safety and that of those about you. We're expecting a smooth flight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy our hospitality.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going through an area of turbulence. We ask all passengers to please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, British Airways is always looking for ways to improve its services and products to you. We can only do this by your help, so I do implore you to take these forms from me. I'll be coming through the cabins during the flights. I do have these forms with little pens sticking out the top. It's just ticking boxes, it's nothing too strenuous. But I really would appreciate your feedback and your experiences with British Airways. Help us to improve the products that we deliver to you. As I said, it's your feedback to the company has implemented many changes within the company to produce the World Traveller Plus seats and an increased menu selection on the long-haul flights and also the entertainment systems. So you'll see me come through with these forms. As I said, it's just ticking boxes, nothing too strenuous, and obviously your feedback is very, very important to us and to me, so I do appreciate your time in taking the forms from me. Thank you.
In just a few moments now, we'll be starting our High Life entertainment. All details to the various video and audio programs can be found in your High Life magazine, which also contains information on how to operate your individual systems. I will be starting the entertainment with a very short well-being video, which provides some advice and a series of exercises designed to enhance and promote your well-being during your flight with us today. And we would suggest you just take a few moments to watch some of these recommendations. After this, the main entertainment programs will follow. All that remains for me to say now is to ask you to sit back, relax and enjoy your flight. And if there is anything that I or any of the crew can do to make your journey more comfortable, then please do not hesitate to let us know. We all hope you have a very pleasant flight with us today. Thank you.
Is part of the greater service that you can expect to receive from British Airways. We want you to relax and enjoy your flight. We'd like to show you some simple things you can do to enhance your journey with us. You may also find that our well-being audio channel will help you to relax as you travel with us. While on board, try not to sit still for too long. By slowly stretching, you will keep your muscles supple and arrive at your destination more refreshed. The Body Control Pilates group have developed a series of exercises exclusively for us. These are easy stretches you can perform while seated, which can help with posture, comfort and circulation, and in particular help to reduce the risk of traveller's thrombosis. They're featured in detail within our magazine, High Life. Our digestive systems can also be affected by flying. To assist you, we've developed a range of lighter food options, which are
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching London Heathrow and the seatbelt signs will be switched on in approximately 20 minutes.
Gentlemen, the local time is 7:35. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched on. You may now use your mobile phones or handheld portable electronic devices. When it is safe to leave your seats, be careful when opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved and could fall out and cause injury. Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have all of your personal belongings with you, and remember that smoking is not allowed until you have reached a designated area. From all of us at British Airways and the One World Alliance, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. It has been our pleasure looking after you on this flight, and we hope to welcome you on board again very soon. We wish you all a safe and pleasant onward journey and a very nice weekend. Thank you.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. When it's safe to do so, please take care when opening the overhead lockers, as items may have moved and could fall out and injure someone. Before leaving us today, also take a few moments to make sure you have all your personal belongings with you. Just to remind you, smoking is not permitted anywhere in the airport building. If you need any assistance once you have left the aircraft, please ask any of our ground staff who will be happy to help you, or alternatively, feel free to contact one of our One World Alliance partners. If you are connecting to another British Airways flight today, please follow the signs to flight connections. From all of us at British Airways and the One World Alliance, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. It has been a pleasure looking after you on this flight, and we hope to welcome you on board again very soon. Thank you and good afternoon.
For those of you with bags, this was the BA13100 service. The steps just being moved into position to the doors now to get your way downstairs into the terminal very shortly. Hope you enjoyed the flight up. It was a pleasure flying you. Thanks to choosing British Airways. Really do appreciate it. Have a nice afternoon. Bye bye.